What's he doing? Okay, just doing a mic check. So 4 minutes to go. If anybody's there and you can hear me, can you just say yes? Well, I can hear myself, so I'm going to start in a few minutes. So we've got time. Cool. His favourite at home is 1 to 8. 1 to 7, blimey. Someone's laid it. Evening, Gordon. You all right? Can you hear me all right, mate? Blimey, that's not winning like a 1 to 8 shot, is it? No, it is now. Okie dokie, good. We're going to make a start in 1 minute. Loud and clear. Okay, go. Okay, good evening all. There's a few of you here. Thanks for joining me. It would have felt very lonely if no one had turned up. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the whole setup. Now this is how I do it. It might not be how you do it or want to do it or whatever else, but it gives you an idea of what you do. So my setup is I get up in the morning, single bloke, very old. Okay, David, thank you, mate. So I've got the whole place to myself, and I've got a fire stick on the TV. I'll just go down there, look for Amazon Silk or the internet, click on there, at the races Greyhound, boom, you're in. You've got the Premier Greyhound racing on there all day. Then you do sometimes have to fiddle the button, so otherwise it freezes. But apart from that, you've got Greyhound racing all day long. Thank you, Julian. Right, I'm going to. Then I've got a second computer, and it's very, very old. In fact, it's so old it's running Windows 7. And I use that, and you just get Google up and type in SIS Greyhounds. And that then gives you the other tracks that aren't the Premier Greyhound. The Premier Greyhound is your Hove. Tonight we've got Hove, Monmore, Newcastle, which we will have a look at in a bit. The SIS Greyhounds are Suffolk Downs, Oxford, Harlow, etc., etc. I'm not sure that there's a great deal of difference between them. You know, 6 dogs running around a track, one has to win, and the rest have to lose. So it's fairly straightforward. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is then everything else I run on this main computer. And I'll show you what I do. You can see my screen here. That's just got all my gubbins on. So the first thing I do is I sit down, cup of coffee in hand, and I open Gruss. Open Gruss no matter what you do. Because you need it. Oh, that's not right. It is. Hope I can remember login. Yes, I can. Good. And it gets all your markets. Suffolk Downs next race, that's gone. Monmore's next one. We won't be looking at these, but that's what I would do first. Then you can load up your other ones that connect to Gruss. Obviously, GHBT doesn't. But you still need something to bet with once you've opened it, you know. But I would then open GTM. I'm not going to open everything that I open because it would just take too long and too complicated. So we open it up, and let's say it's the beginning. This is the beginning of a new day. Import today's races. So we're going to do this. We're going to click it. The current data will be deleted. Do you want to continue? Yes. So this is going to take a couple of minutes to update. No, it's not. Yes, it is. And we had a bit of a breakdown in the GHBT today, which hopefully it didn't throw you off too much. And if it did, I'll show you a way. Because Chris's Greyhounds were also not there until about 11:15. And I'll show you a way of getting round it. Is it perfect? Actually, it was pretty perfect. I had a very good day with it. But I honestly think that the dogs today were very easy. They seemed to be quite easy. Yesterday was a bit of a tougher day. There were sort of a few big priced ones went in and things like that. But today seemed to go a lot smoother. So it's still winding them up. It does take a couple of minutes. Don't worry. I usually just kick it into life and then go and make myself a cup of coffee. By the time you come back, they'll all be loaded. So once you've got them loaded, which, okay, they're not loaded yet, but they will be in a second. Once you've got them loaded, you then want to bet with something. So you're going to go, well, what we're going to do is we're going to, right, there we go. Well, I'm in. You're not quite yet. You'll be there in a second, honest. Well, I can feel it in my water. There we go, you're in. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to look at the betting systems. So if you click on betting systems, because we need information. Betting Dev produce two basic sorts of software. It's either the software that measures money. So like this, G2M, Mailbot, and also you've also got things like the spiky tennis, spiky soccer, those sort of things. They measure the money in the market. Or they do the pure stat ones, which is like your GHBT, HRBT, and the football one that's coming whenever it's coming. And oh, I don't know. What's this? Well, I'm going to give you, Julian, I'm going to make it easier for you tonight. I'm going to make you some money, hopefully, or at least put you in a situation where you're going to, when you get to, okay, David, I'll answer that one in a second, okay? So what I did yesterday was I used UK Oz lay system. I gave it a bit of a tweak from the G2M I did, the last video I did. So I did it to fixed liability, £10. Don't bother copying this because I've got a better one later that I'll show you. When laying, offer a price of 10 ticks above the current price. Bet on races. Right, this is the first thing you really want to do. Is we better click modify, otherwise nothing will happen. You see this where it says allowed tracks? Make sure you've got Dunstall Park in there and check them all. Because I did notice the other day that one or two of the other systems don't have Dunstall parking. Being a new track, it doesn't have it in. So I should be talking slower. Sorry, chaps. So I would make sure that Dunstall Park's there first. And I've got everything else ticked. Now, there are certain ones that I would take out of here. You've got A1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Don't mind that. Don't mind open races, can deal with that. Handicaps, take the whole lot out. Never, ever, 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 never, 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 ever, ever, ever. Have I made that clear? Bet in a handicap. Because you just don't know. The best dog is at the back. And he's God knows how many yards back or meters back or whatever they measure it in. And he's got to get through all that traffic to get to the win. You know, so certainly never back a 6 dog in a handicap at a shortish price. It might win, it might. But I'd rather back the 1 dog at 20 to 1. It's got no bloody hope. And hope that 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 all pile up in behind it and you can just limp over the line. But that's my personal preference. What I would say is don't bet in handicaps ever. And that won't be the first time I say that tonight. The runners 5 to 6. So I don't want 4 dog races. Favourite rank from 1 to 9, okay. Odds 101 to 48. So I was betting up to 48. Odds any. Forecast, I lost about £700 on Mailbot. Did you? Well, you're doing it wrong. Teach you the right way to do it on G2M. Forecast odds 101 to 1,000. So any odds really. Favourite market 9 of that. So it's what I was trying to do was I was trying to get everything. I only use the betting mode odds rating. I don't use volume rating. You'll notice here that I've adjusted the time slightly, so you get 3 tick tick ticks for 3 minutes for the first readings, and then the average readings. Then I've got a couple of other readings up to 60 seconds, and then I do two 15-second ones. So I finish at 30 seconds. And the reason I do that is because people that trade the Greyhounds, and I think there are still some people that trade Greyhounds, even if it's small amounts, they're actually trying to get out of their bets in the last 10-15 seconds. So let's say you've got a bet on something at 4-1 and it's come down to 3-1. You're desperately trying to get your money out. So that last 15 seconds, last 15 seconds, the money is going to push the odds back out and you'll get a false reading. So the idea was I make it at 30 and that would give you a better reading. But I don't know whether that's 100% true at the moment. But so selections, odds, ratings. This is this bit here, right? We'll look at some in a minute. This is going to go on all night, isn't it? Selection volume change. I'm not really worried about that, but I've got it set for max. Maximum price of first favourite is 99. Yeah, well, you're not going to see that. All that. And then I've got bet on tips that match the conditions. And I loaded it up yesterday. This is yesterday's attempt with Chris's tips. And order pre-selection by betting process. So I've got, you can see here, I've got a number of bets. So you could bet 2 or 3 times, it would bet all his bets. And when you go plus to minus, it's going from the big odds to the little odds. So if I'd put in 1-1, there were 2 dogs, one was 20-1 and one was 5-1, he would bet the 20-1 because I've told it big odds first. So I did that on the UK Oz, and we'll just close that for a second because I'll show you the results if I can find them. Let me see if I can find them. That was yesterday. Okay, so yesterday, data to collection. And it didn't actually start terribly well. We had a couple of losers. That was what I said, it had been a bad day yesterday. We had one at 40, one at 34, 16, 22. So it was a pretty bad start, and I was down to by 6 or 7 o'clock because I changed it then. Let me see what we were down to. It's about 7 o'clock. I was down to down 55 quid. So I thought, right, okay, we'll make a change now. And this is what I'm trying to tell you about G2M. Is it? You've got to find your own system for making it work. So the system's there, but you have to find the system that works for you. Yeah, I know it was a bit painful at 55. I was only in test mode, thank God. Because I would always just do everything in test mode to start with, and do it for a week, 2 weeks, a month in test mode before you bet. You can always bet on there if you have to. So what I did then was all I did was I made one alteration, and I did selection odds rating 999 to 0. So in effect, I've got to close that first. So I'll close it, I'll open it again. I was on lay test 1, and I'll copy them. I'll show you how we do that in a second. And I just made it 0. And that was the only change I made. And believe it or not, let's have a look. From 7 o'clock last night, it was about 7. I think it was just after 7. It was the Yarmouth, that was it. I did it just after the Yarmouth in 1944. So it didn't have that many bets, but it didn't have any losers, which is, I thought, hello, we're on to something now. So we're on to something. So just change one thing at a time. Don't try and change 5 or 6 things because you won't know where you are. So what you need to do then, right, so I was on that one. So I'm going to duplicate it. So I've still got that original one there if I need to go back to it. So you just duplicate it and it'll come out with latest one copy again. I'm going to delete that because I don't really want it, but yes I do. But just copy duplicate and then you get another copy of it. And that's what I did this morning. And the reason I did that this morning was because absolutely nothing was working at 10:30 this morning. So I thought, right, okay, what are we going to do? I could go down the pub. It was a bit early for that. So I thought, what we'll do is we'll use a slightly different system. And it's exactly the same setup. But I've just changed this to bet on tips that match the conditions. Because I've got no tips to add in here. Everyone get that? Right, I haven't got any tips because GHBT wasn't working and neither was Chris. So I hadn't got anything I could add. So it was either a matter of doing nothing or trying to budget, really. So I thought, well, I'll budget. So I bet on tips that match the conditions. So all it was going to do then was just going to go straight down. Let me have a look, see whether I can find it. Where's today? Oh, it didn't do much today, did it? Because it wiped it all out, I think. No. Yes, it has. That's because I've done yesterday. Let's do today. Sorry about that. Okay, so all it's doing now is we had a loser there, which was at 7.8, and then we had an unmatched one there because I had to turn it off to reset the computer for doing this tonight. But that was it. So I actually had 56%, 56 winning bets, one loser, return on investment 75. So I made 37 quid. And I wish I'd done that one not on test mode, Dave. But there we go. So it had an incredible run. So I think possibly, this might be a way forward. Now, would you like me to show you those settings that I used today? If you want me to, say hell yeah. Oh, tough, I'm going to show you anyway, bugger it. Okay, so this is the latest copy. I'll give you a couple of minutes to look through it, and you can copy down the bits you want. No, I don't guarantee this will work every day. I do not guarantee it will. I thought it was an easier day today, but I did think it was an easier day. But we'll run it now in a minute, and we'll see whether we get something. So I can just talk through that, how to do it. So you've got betting mode, then you've got those times, which is 180, 180, 180, 120, 60, 45, 30. Average down the bottom, high, highest. Hell yeah. Okay, Julian. Then you've got selection odds rating, ignore volume, ignore both ratings, don't touch those. We've got minus 9999 to 0. Selection rating order 2 to 6. Ignore favourite rule if you don't know, ignore all that. And we've got selection volume 0 to 40. What I'll do is I'll try and I will you know, flash whatever it's called. I'll take a picture of these settings and post, and I'll see if Lawrence will post them in the forums for you. Selection volume change, I've left that the same, that the same, that the same, that's the same. And then I've got bet on selections and tips that match the conditions, because I thought I was still going to put in the tips at one stage, but I didn't. So it just did the selections that it thought it would do. It's still in highest price to low. And then I've got this bit you need to add, which was a tick here and 1 to 1. So it's only doing one bet. Just finds the worst bet. Then I've done £10 fixed liability. Okay, a lot of the races you'll only get 20, 30p, something like that, 40p, but they all add up. At the end of the day, if you've left it running while you've gone to work, you know, those 30p's all add up. When they offer a price 10 ticks above the current back price, that's just so that you get matched, although that last rate one I showed you, you didn't get matched. Just the UK, don't do Oz and New Zealand. Allowed tracks, I do everything, but you know, that's up to you if you want to cut it down. You got your favourite tracks, and you got your. Unfortunately, I live in Lowestoft, and my local track is Yarmouth, and Yarmouth I think is the hardest track in the world to find winners or losers. So we've then got runners from 5 to 6. I'm watching the time. 1 to 9. Odds from 101 to 48. Odds forecast any. Forecast odds 101 to 1000. -9 to +9. Market volume and leave. And that's it. So once you've got your betting system set up, close it. And we're going to close it, and I'm going to start it now, and we're going to just have a look at a few of these. Coming fast and furious tonight. We'll see if we can pick a winner or two. So you just press that start button. You can see I'm in test mode. It's got a green button on the on side in test mode. And it's looking at Newcastle next, which is and it's going to put the first scan in at 7:24. This bit will be a little bit boring until it gets going, but you can't have full excitement every day. But I was quite happy with the way that happened today. So you know, would you like me to post the screenshots of the settings in the forums? If you want me to, I'll have a word with Lawrence and see if she'll post them for me, or I'll post them or something. I don't know what's the best way of doing it, but we'll get them posted. Oh, that's good. We just missed them on more race, haven't we? Okay. So what I say about the betting system is just tweak one little thing at a time. Don't alter 5 or 6 things, because you won't know where the hell you are if it starts working, it stops working. And then use the old, what we used to call grandmother, mother, daughter, was it? When we, you know, when you sort of circulate and you use grandmother one day, mother the next, then daughter the next. And then if you find that there's you go, right, Dave, I will have a word with Lawrence and see if we can get them posted for you. So obviously tonight, as you can see, we've got an awful lot of, there's quite a lot of open races tonight. The Newcastle, Hove again, Newcastle. And you do tend to get, you get quite a lot of short price ones in here. And so I don't know whether we'll get somebody, whether we'll get a message here, but I'm going to turn that off so it's not going to move on to the next race, but just so I can explain what it's doing here. So what it's doing is it's scanning the market for their price at those time intervals set in betting systems. So you can see that that is coming in slightly. It's coming from 168 to 159. That one's drifted out from slightly, the second favourite. That's drifted out, that's drifted out, that's drifted out. And that stayed about the same, Ballymax service. So it's going to give us a rating at the end. And it's still coming in. Gold Cash Warrior. Bump your hands on that one, I would. Oh, it's drifted out a little bit now. Right, so it's sort of stabilising a little bit. That one's coming, taking it a little bit. But the way I've got it set up here now, I'm not going to have a bet, but you've got 30 seconds now to put your bet on. So I could then time is it? 9:27, is it? Yep. So I could then come across here, put my lay on, and I'm just set up normal here to lay at a pound. So if I put that there, I'll be laying 90 quid to make a pound, or 100 to make a pound, or 190. Which I'm not actually going to do, to be totally honest. I haven't studied it enough. But the race is going to go off in a second. They're actually just behind the boxes. They'll go. One's in, two's in, 6 isn't in, 6 is going in. Okay, so if you're not watching it, I'll give you a running commentary, free of charge. They're all in. Flagman's there. He's had a look. They're all facing the right way. Yep. Okay, he says let them rip. So we're expecting Gold Cash Warrior to come shooting out, not see a single rival. Gold Cash Warrior has come shooting out, but one is actually giving him a... Oh, gave him a nudge and he's right at the back now. One is going to win this. What price was he? Not, he was the one that held his own, you see. I don't think 3's going to get it from here, no. One says, take that. And he certainly did take that. So you do have to watch yourself with these open races, because when you sometimes get them here. Actually, if you look at this one here, that was the one that won it. Okay, after timing in the worst way, this is, but it has gone from 9-2 down to 8. You know, but that's come down. Well, it's gone out a little bit, and that's drifted out a little bit. I don't know. I mean, when you look at the rating order here, you've got Gold Cash Warrior 179, Ballymax Service 114. That was the one that won. Soapy Sud 73, don't know where it came. I find quite often this one doesn't win, the first one. I always find 3 and 4 do the best. That was an interesting race because the favourite got spooed on. I don't bet very often in open races. Because we got 4 dog races now. Yes, right, okay. So I stopped that right at the wrong time, didn't I, chap? Okay, so the betting system. So you know what I'm saying is, try this system I've got, and I'll leave it running now, and we'll have a look at the end of it, where we are, if we're anywhere. So, are there any questions on G2M? Is there anything you want to ask me about G2M that I haven't sort of covered? Probably loads, but give you a couple of minutes to think about whether you want to ask a question or whether you just. We'll have a look back on this one. That was quite impressive, really. In all honesty, quite happy with that one. Have you tried all the systems? And have you? If you have, do you have a preference? I'll be honest, David. I'm not really a system man. I tend to use this as an indication with GHBT, a couple of other things I look at, and decide whether I'm going to lay it or back it. I am only a layer. I do not back. That's not true. I'm going to show you something in a minute. Yes, if your computer is fast enough, Gordon, you can run it with spiky as well. It depends. It just depends how much it takes up. But I usually run G2M, Mailbot. I have the HR thing open, but that doesn't. Once you've got that, that doesn't add anything to it. I don't tend to use spiky very often any longer. But no, I find I can use virtually everything. They're very good actually. They don't suck the juice out of your computer. Betting dev products. Well, while some of them, your computer whirls away, they don't do that, which is pretty decent. But going back to David, I don't have a preference because I don't actually use many systems. I bought a few, but I don't really like betting to win. If you've seen the video I did, I don't know, a couple of months ago on chaos theory and betting, just have a glimpse of that because it'll open your eyes as to why you should lay greyhounds, lay dogs, lay dogs and lay horses, and be seriously thinking about laying football teams as well. But right, so I think so I don't really have a preference because I don't really use them. I get them thinking I will use them, and then I think no, I don't want them. But I mean, I've had G2M for ages. I don't know, a couple of years, 2 or 3 years. But I've only just started using it since I, decided I'd look at it. And I think most of the software that you get from betting dev, you look at it first off and you think, bloody hell, that's complicated. You try it, you don't win any money, and you lump it in the back. But you really need to persevere. You need to think, which I know is very hard at 7 o'clock at night. But I have to think what I'm doing. What do I want to get out of this? And this is I think this is quite a decent system. Okay, I do lay never back. I use the lane tips you use, keep all the results and filters. Okay. So you're using Chris's laying tips, are you, David? The ones I gave you the last time I did one of these video thingies. Nice one. Good. Good. To be honest, I mean, Chris's tips, they're okay. They're pretty good. I mean, for 15 quid a month, they're not bad. He does get the odd one wrong. Of course he does. but I quite like them. And if you're a working man, like I'm guessing most of you lot are, you have to go to work in the morning. It's a lot easier to just click, download his lay sheet, copy, paste on a you know, a notepad, load it in, and bugger off. But you know, where GHBT takes a bit longer. Right, we're going to have a look at this Monmore one. This is an A3 one. Let's just have a look at this one and see if this comes up with a bet. Or whether it's going to completely blank me tonight. So I will post those tomorrow, or I have a word with Lawrence tomorrow and I'll post them. Yeah, the problem with that, Julian, is it probably doesn't work. How long would I give it a system to gave it before binning it? Huh. I know it's lovely, isn't it, David? I think you've really got to look at the system and think, has it got any potential? And if you can say, no, it hasn't got any potential, I cannot see how I can get anything out of this, then chuck it away. You know, there's plenty around, there's plenty to make money on. So, you know, why struggle with something that's hard to, you know, get to work? I think this betting system has potential, but I'm gonna show you in a minute. Shall I show you? What do you reckon? I don't know. Yeah, okay. I'll show you it after we've looked at this Monmore race. I'll just show you how you could possibly improve it. I'm looking right. So Stone Park Delta's the favourite, and it's drifting out a little bit. Okay, we've got the third one's coming out any second. Yeah, it's still going out a little bit. That one's gone out of touch. That's gone out of touch. That's gone out. Everything's gone out of touch. How the hell has that happened? They've got to come for something in a second. The punters have got to latch onto something. Not this one. No, they've not gone for anything here. See, we're all in the black. We're looking for one in the red. And we haven't got one. So they're saying Stone Park Delta should possibly still win it, but as I said, I prefer the sort of third place and fourth place. So 50 Buntaran. I'll give you the running commentary again because I won't, because they're taking forever to get to the traps from Monmore. Okay, so what I'm going to do is 50 is the lay, is it? Where? On Chris's? Oh, let's have a look then. Let's see whether 50 is the lay. Interesting, they're going behind the traps. Going behind the traps. This blank, I can't go back. Right, they're in. Last lid's been shut. He's off, flagman's looking. Flagman's not taking much notice, he's just going to wave it. He ain't going to look to see whether the dogs are all facing the right way. And he's rolling up his flag, very neat. Bunny's coming around, done it. And 4's broken well. 3's broken well. 3's got the rail. 3, it just needs to give 4 a little nudge out of the way here. 3, what was 3? Oh, one's coming, is one going to catch him? No, he bloody ain't. 3's the winner. So 3 won that one. What was that one? Stone Park Delta, the favourite. Okay. Well, there we are, see. 50 was last. And yeah, to be honest, I think Chris's tips are quite decent. But they didn't come this morning, so I thought, okay, so what should we do? Right, so let's shut this for a second and let's get up a new Wangle Dangle. So I've got a Chrome here and I'm going to look at two things. I'm going to sign in a Betfair. Going to go to Greyhounds. Today's card, is that open? Yep. Oh, no. One more. Let's have a look at this one more one. Then I'm going to do this. Am I going too fast for you? Greyhound Post. So, one more 756. Predictor. And they are tipping 1, 2, 3. So what I was doing this morning, right, I was going to, might be sensible, it might not be. They've got, they are putting 5 Blue Bow Bugsy to win, 6 to come second, Blarney 4. So they're going 6, 5, 4, yeah? So I was just ticking these. What did the Rating Post say? And the Rating Post said, ooh, it's like 5, 6, 4 to me, which is exactly the same as they've got, which then gave me, I could lay any of those 3 I fancied. So if any of those 3, when we get to 56, which I'm not going to stay on, this is just too boring. We've got too much to do. I've still got the GHBT to do. But if somebody keeps their eyes on Monmouth, 1956, bloody good year. I was born that year. And let us know. But we reckon it's the outside ones are going to win. One of the outside 3 are going to win, and one of the inside 3s are going to lose. But you need to have a look at this as well at the same time. So I'm going to leave that one with you. Have a watch. Hello, there's not many left now. Right, okay. So let's do GHBT. Okay, so I'm going to open GHBT. Show you how I sort. It's the same as time rank on GHBT times pick. Is it? Well, 50 was, Julian. Okay, so we've now got today's sheet. We will have in a second. Okay, there we are, it's populated. So we're going to now just open this, and I'm going to open a new one. I know I've got one down the bottom, but YouTube's running on that. Okay, so now if you type in, now that those experts among you that can deal with Excel, just do it in Excel, but I can't. So you just type in Google Sheets and you get this. Then you go up to File, Import, Upload, I can shut that now, I can minimise that now. So I import the data. And now I've got it all in whatever it's called, Google Sheets, because I find Google Sheets easier to play with. If I bother to learn Control FX or Control this, that, or the other, I'll be able to do it. I can't. So, what we'll do now is I'll show you how I sort it first thing in the morning. I come down and I go right across. Sorry, this is a bit quick. I'll try and go a little bit slower. And we go across to fastest starter. And I right click it. If you know how to do this, just sort of whistle amongst yourselves. If you don't, listen in. Then we go down this pop-up to create a filter. And then we go to these three lines and we go sort Z to A. So I've now got all the fast dogs at the top and all the slow dogs down the bottom. Not much use unless you go back and you sort this A to Z. So I've now got the fastest dog in this first race versus the slowest dog. And I like them sorted like this because when I look later, yeah, I want to see them in that order. Right, so then what I do is one here, I click it, right click it, few more row actions down right down the bottom, freeze up to row 1. And that then keeps the legend at the top. There's not much, this is simple as I could make it. Right, so then I go across and I make these bigger so that my old eyes can see. Okay, so there we are, and there we have it. Now, I find white's good, green is bad for laying. This is laying. This is only laying, right? So white. What's that? That's a green. Don't I really like that? But I like the whites. I don't like the dashes because that means that we haven't got any information on that one. So I don't know what have we got the result in here? I don't know. Did Lady Smith? Can somebody tell me whether Lady Smith won the 14-16 at Valley? Because I should have pressed results, but I didn't. But if somebody looks at and says whether Lady Smith won that one, that's what I'm basically looking at. First off, and now we'll. Anybody checked? No? Any bother checked? Came last. Did it really? Ah, very hard. So you see, white, bad. White, good. Green, bad. Okay, so now I'm going to show you something else now. And I'm not going to filter this one that I've just done because it just takes me too long. So I then produce. Oh, what's happened there? I then produced 2 other sheets. Trap 3 one, thank you. What was trap 3? Let me have a look. Hold on. I'll have a look at that in a second. Oh, bugger off. Just open. Okay, so this is, what's that one? I can't remember. That's not the same as that one. No, it's not. So I'm going to shut that for a second. I'm going to just close this. What was 3? Let's have a look. What was 3 on that one? So I very rarely look at the winners. Oh, that was quite hard to spot actually. So it was 6 over on time, 3.5 lengths down. It's got a -3 red figure there. 4th in the trap. That's actually quite hard to spot, that 3. But luckily we didn't lay it. We laid Umaro 10. Right, so I'm going to show you two more. I've opened them in Excel because it's easier. 6-1, okay. Right, so, and these are what I consider the best bets of the day. Now, I haven't checked these. I know one because I managed to get it on Sugar Tiger one. I think I got 2, 5, 2, 3. These are the winners for the day. These are the only winners I do. What I do is no handicaps. Have I said that before today? I can't remember what I've actually mentioned. No handicaps, ever, 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 ever. Everything else you can leave alone until you go to time rank. And you just sort that one. 1. Grade rank. 1. You take out the dashes as well. Look down the bottom there. You'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dash. Take out the dashes. We want guaranteed, rock steady winners. We've got 1 grade average rank. Trap rank 1. Trap rank average rank 1. So we've got 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. See, that's all yourselves on this. And those will give you the winners for the day. No, I haven't checked them. I've no idea how they got on. I know there are a couple of non-runners down here because they give me money back. Because what I do with these is as soon as the prices come up at Bet365, I get on them. So about if you get any in the morning, which we didn't get today because we didn't have the sheets, but if you get any in the morning, about 9:30, 10 o'clock, they get the early prices out. Get on straight away because they quite often either shorten, and if they drift, you get bog. So afternoons turn up about they're usually there about 12, half 12, and the evening ones are usually there about 2, round about those times. So if you think about those times and just try and get on these as soon as possible, stick your money in and then forget about it, which is what I've done. So that's the winners, but what we really want is losers. So let's open the loser page, because obviously if you've got to have a winners, you've got to have a losers as well, haven't you? And what we've done here is I've sorted, get it up a bit, I've sorted on grade, no handicaps, ever. No handicap. If you only take one thing out of tonight's session, and and you never bet in another handicap, I'll have done my job. No handicaps ever. Right, now it's a little bit fiddlier here, because here we go to NB races, which is the number of races that the dogs have, and we take out 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So they must have run 11 races. These are, don't forget, we're looking for losers here. We don't want any of these young pups of 1 and 2 year old come belting in, all of a sudden go from running, 16 seconds to running 12 seconds. No handicaps ever, 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 David. Okay, so then what we do then is we sort on the same ones that we sorted on here, actually, which I haven't done there. Why didn't I do that? I can't remember. It was because I was doing it quick. So we go trap rank 5 or 6, grade rank 5 or 6, trap rank 5 or 6, grade rank 5 or 6. And I've obviously forgotten to do this, so because there's green in there. So, 5 and 6, you want to do that. When you do that, you then get a list. It's usually a bit bigger than this, actually, but you can nearly nail your mask to just that's your trading card for the day is the ones that were going to end 5 and 6 on the time, the grade, the trap rank, grade average rank, the trap average rank. Anything that comes 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6 is not going to win. He says, which we'll probably find you'll go, yeah, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. No, that one lost, but that one won. But those are the 2 tips. If you take them away today, good. Right, so I'm going to show, I think it's back time we did a couple of races. I had a look at a couple of races. What do you reckon? Do you have a look at a couple of races? We can find something. Let's wind down. So you know how to sort this. Am I on the right thing? No, I'm not. I want to be on that. I thought it was running strange. So we are 1956. Let's have a look. What's the next race? Anyone got any idea what the next race is? I might not have a bet because I've got more money today. My new patented system. I thought I had that in the flipping 1956. Look, is he going to win? 5. Cool, what a rough race that was. I don't know whether you're allowed to, whether you're watching this. Favourites got done there by the 1, looks like it. 1 that one. One more. Which race? Is that the 1956? Yeah. How did you know that? You were quicker than the blinking pictures. And there's a 12-second delay on you. Oh, you're playing a far from them. Right, so I'm not looking at Star Pilo tonight or Suffolk Downs. I'm only looking at Newcastle. Now, what I would say is use everything you possibly can in whatever you've got to hand. Use everything. Thanks, Julian. Use everything. So if you've got this going, still hasn't had a bet. Oh yes, yes it has. All right, see, it's we've left this running and it's made another £2.21. Had 1 bet in Newcastle, 1 bet in Suffolk Downs. You want to see which ones it picked? Newcastle, don't know. That must be quite a short one. It's hit that one at 24, right? So if we look at Newcastle, the 1944, and you're obviously paying a Newcastle. Which Newcastle? Hang on. Stop it. Right, so it's picked the 1944, it's picked trap 4. It's drifted out a bit, but it's come up with a rating that it said would lose. It's -24. It's laid it. It's made £1.40. And now it's done another couple as well, but they look a bit bigger prices. I would have said it's got -28 here. Voluntary, that's 11. That's okay. I don't mind laying at that price. Actually, I don't mind laying at any price if you play it lie with the liability. That one was 36, so we didn't get that much for par daily, but it was still, still made it, and it avoided Sporting Legion. Okay, see that? Okay. So right, okay. So we're doing what we're doing. Newcastle lay trap 1. Have you laid it? Oh crumbs. Okay, so you want to have a go at yourselves, right? Okay, I'm quite happy with that. Let's have a look. Newcastle lay 1. It's quite difficult to tell sometimes on open races. Where are we? 12:01 to 8:01. Oh crumbs! Look at this. You see. Got those first 3, those second 3. So those are going to be coming back at it. I've got to choose that one. think I'll go crafty kiddo. Not the prices, but if I had to choose one, I'd go crafty kiddo, which it hasn't gone for. But you've low trap one, you said. Okay. Let's see what happens here. They're all about to go in the traps. You've had no bets. Which race, Julian? This race? The kiddo got done in a sandwich twice. Four's leading, is it? 4-2-1 at the moment. Four, two, one. Still 4-2-1. 4-2-1. What? All races, Julian. Hang on. What on G2M? Yeah, I got 4 wins. Lay didn't work. Right, Lay worked, sorry, as well. 3 crafty doodle flips didn't win either. Where are we next? Speak to me, Julian. What rate? What? Are we talking G2M now? Yes, G2M. Right. Okay. You want me to go back and look at it? Okay. So you've got no. Right. So you've obviously got your settings wrong. If you're not, you were copying mine, were you? You've obviously got them set wrong. Okay. So I'll show you again. Lay test copy. So I'm going to leave this up here for Julian for a second. That's the second page. I would have thought it's probably, if it's not betting, you probably got, have you got this bit wrong? You want bet on selections and tips that match the conditions. It's probably that bit. Is anybody else using this? And it's working or it's not working or whatever else? That was it? Yeah, okay, you're all ready to go. Let's try it. Okay, so we close it, we start it again. It's going to go through it again. Angle dangle. Hove. Right, so we're in Hove 2007. So 2007, right. There we go. So it's this race here. Well, let's have a look. I like to look at these. Nothing I really that's jumping out at me. Ooh, possibly this one. I'll possibly go this one. Reign of Power I'll go for. Without looking at anything else. Let's have a look. Reign of Power. It's a non-runner. Good show too. What a good call. Okay, boys. All right, so Reign of Power. Can I count that as a winning lay because it's been withdrawn? Am I allowed to count that as one for me? No? Okay. I'll have to go to the bottom one then. I'll have to go for Jackpot Blue. Jackpot Blue I'm going for. I'm not very confident on this one, I've got to be honest. Let's see what G2M says. And now Jackpot Blue's coming in a little bit. The favourite looks fairly strong though, head for home. And it's actually laid play it cool trig. Because it's got a -6. But I'm on 1. So 6 and 1. Let's see who's better. Me or G2M. What are you laying, Dave? What are you laying, David? Before it crosses the line, come on. Okay, Gordon. Yeah, go on. Give it a try later. You're in 6. You're all on 6, apart from me who's on 1. Oh my God. Come on, Trig. Come on, Trig. Come on, Trig. Come on, Trig. Come on. Great name though, that one. One's done up like a kipper. One has been kippered. Four's leading. Play it cool trig second. 5 is coming up on it. Oh, he could be close to one. Oh, I think 4 won it. 4 just beat 6. 1 was a last. So, you see, I'm not as thick as I'm pudding looking. You're referring to 4-1? Yeah? I thought that. Okay, let's go to Monmore. 2013, we've got a few seconds here. We can do this one a little bit slower. 2013, you don't have to spend ages poring over data and everything like that. It's just white is good, green is bad. Gold. I got a lot of whites up the top here. Take into account this bit here. I always take into account the time distance as well, which they get beaten by. Maybe not in an open race. Is this an open? No, it's not. It's an A6. Okay. Why hasn't that run before? Right. Okay. So you've got a really speedy, not raced very often. I quite like that one for the win. Long Acres Boise. Oh, off to Trig. I quite like that one for the win. That might go close. I'm going to have to take this one for the lay here. Going to have to take this one, which is the favourite. Ooh, it's interesting, isn't it? I'm going to stick with that one. I managed to lay 2 favourites last night. They were all odds on. Winterfield Bird. What? Oh yeah. Not a great favourite, is it? So we think that one possibly might not do it. Winterfield Bird. I'm just having a look here. Yeah, that's okay. A6 last time, 2-1 favourite, he was beaten. take on it. I'll take on the Racing Post and Time Form this time with Winterfield Bird. You can see why I'm choosing that one. Okay, it's 4-4. Then it's going 5-4. There's nothing that's jumping out at me here. But usually if they jump out, they're about 33-1. But, you know, you're going to lay trap 2 here. Yeah, you're on trap 2. That's what Chris is saying, is it? It's the slowest away. Yeah, wouldn't disagree. Don't disagree. I don't like them when they go 6-5, 6-4. I prefer them to go 5-6. They get slower. Yeah, 6-5 is not too bad, but 6-4, 6-3, I don't really like them. It's quite a decent one. I don't know. 2. I'm quite happy laying the favourite here, particularly if it's at a low price. 1 or 2, Julian. Okay. One or 2. Okay. Let's see what G2M says. It's not done too bad since I restarted it. You know, it's not had a winner, a loser again. So, you know, it's going okay. It's worth a little try. It's definitely worth a try in test mode, running it for a couple of days in test mode. Okay, so we're looking at, what's it done here? Oh, it's gone for Drum Do It Theo. It's gone for 1 here. Winterfield Bird has come in quite a bit. I'm not 100% sure. I'll stick with your original choice. Winterfield Bird. Low price. Are you guys doing it automatically? Are you getting the software to bet for you, or are you betting on Gruss? Just let me know that for a second. When you've got a second. Julian's going for 1 here with G2M. Dave's on 2. Gordon's fallen off the end of the bed. And I'm on my favourite that looks like it's coming through to win. Oh my God. Is that the one I was on? I think it might be. Oh God. You're actually using G2M to bet, mate, are you? Okay. Auto with Chris's tips, okay. So 6 comes piling through and wins, and I won my short price bet on Winterfield Dewberry Flip Bird. So we all won on that one. Yeah? So it's fairly straightforward. Let's look at the next race, which is Newcastle 2019. Let's have a look here. What we've got. Okay, so I'm going to just wind across and look for white boxes. Oh, look at this. This has got to be an open race, isn't it? Yes, I thought this is an open race. I've got no hope. You've got no hope here, really, because you haven't got the data against them. I mean, the worst. Sorry, the only choice you can really make then is lay the bottom one, Bombay Fantasy. Sorry, I'll cover it. I'll try and get the light. Yeah, that's it. I'll try and get Bombay Fantasy up. And the only reason I'd do that is it's gone 4-4. Never running this grade. 3-3. And hope. I'd take Bombay Fantasy. What's the odds on it? We don't know yet. Okay. We'll do in a sec. Oh, there's only four. There's only four dogs in this one. Okay, so you're all doing. You're all doing okay. Yeah, leave it. Leave it. It's only got four dogs. Don't bother. I mean, we're coming towards the last knockings of the racing, I think. But so let me just ask you then. Has this been any use to you? The first off, the intro on G2M, the betting systems, how to change them, how to the fact that you should only tweak them a little, one bit at a time. Has that been of any use to you? What, you're doing a full dog race, Julian? Never do full dog races. I never do full dog races. It's the same as the old adage about you know, back the outsider of a three in a horse race. You know, they do sometimes win. Don't always, but they sometimes win at a decent price, and they can always be traded. But yeah, okay, Gordon. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, and Julian, you're okay. So you're okay with the G2M now. You can still ask me questions in the forum if you've still got other questions or something occurs to you or whatever else. Okay, yeah, we'll do a few more. I'm not going anywhere. It's not, sun's not over the yard arm yet. I haven't, you know, whiskey's not ready. What about the G2, the GHBT? You happy with how I filter, what I'm looking for? BT draw. Right, not really sure I can do too much on that. I did do a video on BT draw. Have you seen that one that I did, David? Rule of three, Gordon. Yeah, Gordy. Yeah, fuck me. Yeah, we should. Oh, excuse me. I shouldn't have said that. I'm not meant to say words like that when live. We made some money on that one, didn't we? Afternoons in Green Book. Yeah. Happy days, eh? Happy days. We've all been round the block several times and come back. So yeah, the GHBT. Okay, right. So you're happy with how I filtered it and what I'm really looking for. So the next race is the Hove 2024. I'm looking. I'll be that one. I'm going to go for this one here, a Hove, I think. This isn't an open race, is it? Oh, bloody hell, it's another open race. Oh, Ginger's Tail. They've given it a 5-star. Okay, so yeah, David Gordy said, David, reverse the settings back at the lay settings. It's going well for me this week. Okay. It isn't, to be honest, BT Draw is a decent piece. I use it for goals, actually, to be totally honest. And who won that? 3. And also if you set it for back and lay, when it tells you to back, if you back under 3.5. I find that works quite well as well. But it all depends what you really want to do. Do you really want all of this much info? I don't know. Right, so anyway, oh, that's not what I wanted. I don't want that. No, I want that to go away. Okay. To be honest, David, until I retired a couple of years ago, I'd bought, I think I've got every single piece of betting dev software, barring Soccer Supervisor, which that goes without saying why I haven't got that. But I think I've got everything else. And a lot of them I was sitting in on the other computer waiting for me to do something with. And there just isn't enough hours in the day to do something with it. But, you know, I should get on with spiky tennis, but I just can't stand tennis. That's the problem. Bloody awful sport. So I'll probably move to the horses next. But don't expect a video quickly, because I haven't really got anything. Well, I haven't got anything set up at the moment. I'm going to lay this favourite here. I'm going to lay this favourite. Which is the best software they've done from what you've looked at so far? I would say Greyhound Best Times is the best. That gives you the answer to nearly everything. I will eventually come up with something for HR Best Times, I would have thought, Julian, but it's probably, to be totally honest, it's going to take me a little while. I'm getting, I'll be honest, I'm getting older, you know, and I don't want to sit in front of the computer all day long like I used to. And, but I will sort of bin everything and look at Mailbot and HRBT. I've got, what was it called? Good Bet, but I never had any much success with that. I quite like AVB as well. It can be a little bit, it needs something. It needs something. I don't know what, but it does need something. But that's now in legacy, isn't it? I think AVB. Ginger Tail, 13 to 8. I'll have a pop at that one. I'll have a pop at 4. You can see here why I've chosen that, and that's because this trap is 5-5. It's not great there. It's not great there. But at 13 to 8, what price is it at our place? I do, Matt. I do quite like G2M. Well, I certainly do now that I've got a sorted a system that I think could be useful anyway. Ginger Tail. No, it's not the top, is it? They've gone for Let's Go Harry. Can you set up a chat group? Lee, what do you mean, like Discord? Do you mean like Discord? Discord betting dev or something? So people could come in and do this and... Yeah, I'm on Ginger Tail here, right. Be quiet, I'm laying a short price favourite. Come on. Can't remember what number it is, 4. Oh God, let's go out well. Oh, give him a flick. Hit him. Oh no. He hit him the wrong way. Go on, 3. Now I think Ginger Tail's got this. Oh, I don't know. 3's coming back at him. 3's coming back. Come on, 3. Go on, 3. Go on to 1. Go on to 3. Go on to 1. No. No, the Tail's won it. Tail's won it. G2M laid trap 2. I got it. I got 2 of that one, mate. What did you get? Yeah, I had Julian. I had 2 there. It laid Let's Go Harry -8. But if you've got your time set up different, it might be doing something else. Spend a good couple of months using ChatGPT. Yeah, I've used ChatGPT. It's good in some ways. To be honest, we wouldn't be doing this webcast tonight if I hadn't used ChatGPT to work out how to connect OB Studio to YouTube, etc., etc. So it's good like that. And other things it's quite good at. It's good at. I find it's good on American sport. It's very good on American sport. Like the American football, which is finished. Basketball. It was very good at baseball last summer. I got a lot of good bets out of them last summer. But you know, you need the prompt again. Okay, have I covered everything that I said I would cover? Lawrence will be sitting here watching this and should be going, he hasn't covered anything. We wanted to show him to show how he set it up, and I think I've showed it how to set it up, haven't I? Yeah, it can be a bit like that. And once you get a decent conversation going about horse racing or dogs or whatever else, it suddenly gets so slow. But now try it on baseball. If you ask me in the forums, right, I will give you a baseball prompt that I use. Which I don't know when the baseball starts. It's only round, isn't it? April, is it? Yeah, you got something out of it, Julian. So that's all that matters. Right. Shall we do, what should we do? Should we do till 9? Let's do till 9 o'clock races, shall we? Half an hour. Yeah? We'll try and do sensible. 2031's next. Right. Everybody out with your lay bet. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I wish I hadn't said that. I'm going to have to go for Kill West Beauty. Well, no, I mean, to be honest, baseball games go on till late in the night for me as well. So I just, I used to get the tips, and then I do it on Bet365. I just used to just bung a couple on there. And Bet365, once you start using a sport, you get extra freebies. They give you, yeah, I fancy 5 here, Julian. I'm on Kill West Beauty. So it's always worth, if you do that. I should get spiky tennis. I should get that going. And Malbot. But yeah, I'm just getting a bit too old to bloody do too much. Yeah, 5 plus, and Jules. I pay Matt. I pay 20 quid a month for ChatGPT because, as you say, you have to break it into chunks otherwise, and I don't like working in chunks. But I'd used it for about a couple of months, and I used it to produce a list of the dogs that were slowest in each race. Because obviously, I couldn't find a way that you can sort on rows just to get the bottom one in each race. So, like Salt Hill Sydney, Longacre Smoke, Tyra Girl, Blackhouse Louis, etc. I couldn't find a way to do it apart from getting ChatGPT to do it. But the chat was getting so big that it was sort of taking forever to. I've heard that from someone else that it does slow down. Yeah, I mean, let's face it, 20 quid isn't peanuts. You know, when you think Chris gives you all those dog tips for 15 quid. I mean, that's what, 50p a day. I think, you know, that has to be good value. I don't care what anyone says. 50p a day. You know, they're good. Right, well, are we off yet? No, here we go. 5, we think. We're on Kill West Beauty. 2-1. Ooh, that's all, isn't it? What does G2M say? We don't know. That's gone for 6. Gone for 6, G2M. Let's see how it does. So we've got 6 and 5 to fall over here. Six just came out like a bullet. Need 3 to get going on the rails. Come on, 3. No, 6 have won it. So they got that wrong. The useless pile of rubbish. Chuck it in the bin. No, I like 5 there. Yeah, no, I like 5. Yeah, now David, it does. It's sort of. He doesn't even know what day of the week it is. You know, I said to it tonight about YouTube OB. Said, yeah, well, you've got it. You know what you're doing. You won't make a mistake. You're great. Now, come back Thursday and we'll half an hour before the start. And I thought, well, it is flipping half an hour before the start, and it is Thursday. And it didn't even know what day of the week it was. I mean, that's just, I don't know. But if you want, if you look at the videos I've done, the one on chaos theory and betting, I got G2M to sorry, G2M, ChatGPT to go through all that, and it no trap 3 didn't win, 6-1, wouldn't it? 6-1 that race. Oh, hang on, wait a minute. You could be right. Hang on, what happened? Ha! My mistake. I was doing. This is a 630 metre race. I thought it was a 300 metre race. But when it came past first time, I called it 6. And it's still got another trap to go. I don't know who won that race. Trap 3. It was trap 3, yeah. And we were on trap 6, weren't we? Was G2M on 6? Yeah, it was 6 and 5. Yeah, no, it had got another lap to go. I thought it was a sprint. I'll tell you one thing, it was a good job I'm not putting money on this. 2036, right, okay, 2036, hang on. 2036, okay, here we go. I am going for... Blimey, there's a lot of missing data here, isn't there? I'll go for the bottom one. I'll go Black House Levi for me, which is number 1, same as you. I should have just copied you. Okay, here we go. Right, Black House Levi. Big price, surely can't win. Dave's going for lay trap 5. Is that what Chris is saying, Dave? Oh. This video will be will be viewable. No, there's no bet in this race. Oh, right, okay. It will be available to watch offline or on YouTube, I think. For those who couldn't make it, there were a few people that said they'd like to see it but couldn't make it. I don't know whether you really want to play through 100 minutes of me rabbiting left, right, and centre. I don't know, but all you need is the edited highlights of 30 seconds, really, don't you? Trap 1 was 40 to 1. 40 to 1, this better not win then. This better not win. It's flipping in second. Go backwards 1. Go 2. Go 2. Go 2. Go 4. Go 4. Go 1. No, don't go 1. Go 5. Go 5. Go 5. 5, 2, 2, 5, 2, 5. Yes. So if you look at this G2M, we started betting again at 1944. Oh, don't do that. Automatically scrolls off. Right, okay. So we started betting in 1944, which is what, an hour ago? Yeah, just under an hour ago. And we've made £6.61. And so it's a sort of, I've tried to keep it down, Gordy, tonight, mate. Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, I'll have the YouTube rozzers round. Trying, there was a lady downstairs. She said, "Oh, I'd love to listen to that because you'll be effing this and effing that and telling them to bugger off and all that." And I thought, no, I better keep it down tonight. So I haven't sworn much at all. Because normally my videos, if you watch them, are X-rated. I have to protect them. Not suitable for kids purely because of my language. Right, Hove, 2041. Come on, let's get this one in. Let's get this one in. 2041. What do we fancy here? I'll take the bottom one again. So I do quite like this slower starter. I do quite like it. If I had a back one or lay one blind, I'd go to the bottom every time. What's someone called? Rules for some. I'm on rules for some. What you lot on? You're going to lay trap 6, Julian? Give me the money. Give me the money. You're the purest. Get it. Dave, who's Chris got? Gordy, who's Chris got? Has he got one? No, he hasn't got one. God, he's useless, that bloke. Trap 2, yeah, you fancy rules for some as well? Yeah, me too. Yeah. If in doubt, take the bottom one. Because you sorted them on faster starting. Always take the bottom one, if in doubt. Even if they are 6 for starting and 1 for finishing. Always weigh them. They're going to hit something along the way. Just want them to hit something. Right, what we got? Oh, it's an open race then. Oh, so don't forget this is once and a half round the track, chaps. Don't call it when it crosses the line first time, like I did last time. Like watching a 3 mile chase, this is, isn't it? One's way out in the lead, followed by 5. Can't see that one. Glasses aren't working. Yeah, 3's coming up. 2's out. So far out the back, it's not even in picture. Oh, it is now. In fact, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. 2's coming. Oh, look at that. What a finish that was. That 2-1. Fantastic. Great race. He did that because it was nowhere going down the back, that 2. What do we have? What do we lay here? Did he lay 2, did it? Okay, so that was his first loss. As I'm betting to a liability, we now negative, but you know, it didn't go on a bad run. You can see that, you know, it's promising that one. You might want to tweak that one. I will try and post it either later tonight or tomorrow. But I think we're coming to the end now, chaps. You know, my voice is going and the whiskey bottle's calling. So let's make this the last one, 2047. And I'll do a quick summary. Oh, bugger off. Right, okay, so I've just said 6-1. Lay it. If it's a nice place, so I'm going to lay it. Just for the sheer hell of it. Blue Jazz. Blue Jazz at 26. That'll do, mate. Chris is like trap 1. We're on trap 1 as well. Everybody's on trap 1. The slowest dog starting. Although it's saying that it's the fastest one finishing. So we'll see. You're laying trap 5? Okay. 5. Peace of mind. You like the 5-6 look, do you? Yeah, can't say I blame it. It's not a bad charge, that one. They're all pretty close though. If you look here at the time distance, you know. That's the furthest behind the one that you've just chosen piece, which is only 2.5 lengths per down. Not much between them. I always keep an eye on this one. If you've got, you know, something that's sort of going to lose by 7 lengths, it says that it's 7 lengths down. That's always worth thinking about sticking in. But let's go. You're going 3. You're going the fave, okay, or the racing post tip. Oh, what's favourite? No Duff Echo. It's only had 5 races though, Matt. The problem is when they've only had 5 races, you don't know what they're going to do. He could come out and fall over when he comes out in his 6th race. Or he could be absolutely brilliant and improved, you know, from his 5th race to his 6th race. He hasn't won for 52 days. That was his last win. Don't know. I wouldn't want to back it at even money though, would you? I wouldn't want to back it at even money. G2M load trap 1, does it? Which is trap 1? Oh, we're on that one. Kim Billingham High. Yeah, well for a 33 to 1 shot, isn't it? The True's now up there. Sacred Hearts. 5's going. Who's 5? Peace of Mind. Where have you idiots laid Peace of Mind? Which one of you idiots laid Peace of Mind? Okay. I think, gentlemen, that is about it for the night. I'll do a quick summary because there's only 8 people here now. Right. So, you did your money, mate. Yeah, you did there. So, we've been through G2M. We've come up with a system that looked pretty decent. Okay, we've ended up minus £3 down at the end of the night. Hopefully we'll get that back in the next half a dozen races. Leave it running and see. You now know to, you know, no plonkers in here, mate. We've all done that. Trust me, we have all done that. I have laid a 33 to 1 one. It was chunking around in last place. No, it wasn't. It was 5th place in 6th dog race. The dog in 3rd, as he came off the last bend, took the dog in 4th out and also took itself out. But I was still way back. And then the dog in 1st place and the dog in 2nd place decided to have a fight. And they had a scrap. And the 33 to 1 went chug, boom. So we've all done it. Trust me, if you watch enough dog racing, you will see you will do anything. Well, if I've done fixed stakes, yes. I would, because I've only had 2 losers today, haven't I? That one there, let's have a look, hold on, data calculation. Right, so we only had that one and that one. So I've actually had 65 bets, 65 winners, 2 losers, return on investment of 59%. So I've won £33 if I'd done it as I've done it today. But let's have a look at the losers. That one was a 9.2. And that was a 7.8. So if we lost, let's say we lost £8 on that one, £10 on that one, 18 quid. But I've had 65 winners. So, you know, take 20 quid off that, I'd have been 40 quid up. So, yeah, would. But the problem with laying to a fixed stake is, do you really want to lay a 44-1 to 1? Sure. I'm not sure you do. I'm going to enjoy my scotch in a minute, mate. Yep. So I'm trying to sum up here, chaps, as all good people do. I'm not a very good person, but you know, I'm here. If you've got any questions or whatever else, you know, or any comments, just leave me a message in the forums, and I will get to them, and I will answer the questions if I can. If I can't, I'll direct you to someone who can answer them. Paul from Betting Dev, very nice, very helpful bloke. I think he's sort of collapsed tonight. He must have sweated his gonads off trying to fix that that GHBT database system. I felt sorry for the lad. Lawrence is, or Lawrence, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but you know, she's a lovely lady. She they're a good company. I like Betting Dev. They're a good company. They don't hide behind bullshit, bollocks, or whatever else. And if you've got a problem, they'll try and sort it for you. And I honestly think they're worth the money. I mean, now that they get into legacy, 50 quid, I don't think 50 quid's that bad. You know, I mean, you could have made 40 quid today doing what I do. And that's nearly paid for it in one day, isn't it? So, right, chaps, I'm going to love you and leave you. My voice is going now. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Be lucky. Although luck has nothing to do with it. But, you know, if you need any other help, just shout out. I'm always around. And I'm always happy to help people. If you want help, I'm quite happy to give you as much help as you need. We'll work it out. Don't worry. You will not go from losing £700 on Mailbot or whatever else. I won't let you do that. You know, we'll stop it before that, and we'll rethink it and do it again. There's no reason why you should do anything but make some money. Okay, I'm not saying you're going to make a fortune, but you know, you should be making money. Make money. Make money. Make money. Right, guys. Good night, all. Thanks for viewing. Thanks for being here all night. Glad you all got something out of it. Any problems, you know where I am. Catch you all soon. I'm going to turn this off now. If I can work out how to turn it off. Do I do that or the other one? End stream. That'll be me. Night all.